At first light, Kong moves inland across dry stone, searching for food before the heat rises. Seeds scatter onto the rock as Kong eats, alert even while feeding.
Driven by instinct, Kong navigates the dense foliage, utilizing his immense strength to access the high-hanging fruit.
Kong pauses to listen, chewing slowly as distant seabirds cry toward the ocean.
Turn log reveals a scattering of life. For the great apes, these insects are a vital source of nutrition in this coastal environment.
He scoops handfuls of roots and tubers from cracked earth, feeding with practiced calm. Wind carries salt far inland, and Kong lifts his head, sensing the sea without seeing it. From higher ground, Kong eats again, scanning the land between slow, steady breaths. The island feels quiet, but tension lingers beyond the shoreline. Well-fed but alert, Kong prepares to face whatever rises next from the ocean.
Here we observe the raw power of the ocean's apex predator. The shark moves with calculated precision, causing a
Emerging from the deep, the apex predator asserts its dominance, effortlessly slicing through the turbulent coastal waters. From below, a sudden breach erupts, water launching skyward, while prey scatter in every direction. Tiger shark drops back into the depths, circling wide as the open ocean churns uncontrollably. Kong remains still, reading distance, speed, and timing without making a move. He shifts position along the rocks, preparing without revealing intent.
Without warning, the shark cuts across the surface at an angle, not charging straight in.
Kong reacts from range, stepping laterally as the mass tears past in violent spray.
The shark loops wide through the swell, building speed for a second approach.
Kong advances forward instead of back, forcing the line to collapse early. Water erupts as the clash breaks rhythm, neither side yielding control. Kong moves fast along the rocky slope, testing each step before committing weight. He grabs a thick branch overhead, swinging cleanly across a broken gap. Landing low, Kong absorbs the impact and immediately changes direction.
He climbs diagonally up the rock face, using shallow holds with precise timing.
Loose stones fall away as Kong leaps sideways to stable ground. Without stopping, he vaults over fallen trunks, momentum never breaking. Above the churning Pacific, the Kongs navigate the steep, unforgiving coastal cliffs, a testament to their strength. At the crest, he pivots sharply, scanning both land and distant sea. A long jump carries him across exposed rock, landing firm and controlled.
He drops into cover between trees, movement quiet but decisive.
Kong climbs again, choosing height over speed as terrain narrows.
From elevated ground, his agility leaves no doubt about full control of the island.
The tiger shark, a formidable apex predator, reacts strongly to unusual low-frequency vibrations in the water.
Powerful tail strikes whip the surface, sending chaotic spray across the feeding zone.
The great white shark circles tight, muscles surging as strange prey movement disrupts the current.
Sensing opportunity, the shark surges again, dominating the disturbed waters with raw strength.
Kong holds the high ground, fully aware the same waters belong to the shark below. Kong shifts along the edge, denying the ocean a clean approach.
The shark circles wide beneath the surface, testing patience instead of force. Kong answers immediately, dropping lower and collapsing the angle on his terms.
The shark breaches offline, breaking the expected path at full power.
They separate again, still sharing the zone, both knowing this is not over.
The shark drives straight through the swell, not to hit Kong, but to collapse the water around him.
Kong moves inland again, searching for food before the light fades.
He pulls raw leaves aside, checking the ground for fallen fruit.
Finding ripe figs, Kong eats slowly, listening between each bite.
He snaps a low branch, shaking loose berries and catching them calmly.
Seeds crunch underfoot as Kong shifts to a new feeding spot. A rotten log is rolled open, insects scattering as Kong selects the largest ones. He eats briefly, then moves on, never staying too long in one place. Kong digs at soft soil, uncovering thick roots and tearing them free. Wind carries salt through the trees, and Kong pauses, alert, even while feeding.
He climbs a fruiting tree, testing each hold before committing his weight. From the branches, Kong feeds again, eyes scanning the forest edge. A distant bird call pulls his attention, and he freezes mid-bite.
Nothing follows, and Kong resumes eating, slower but watchful.
He drops back to the ground, brushing dirt from his hands. Moving deliberately along the rugged coastal ridge, Kong surveys the available sustenance. He samples the native berries.
He cracks hard shells against stone, choosing efficiency over force.
After feeding, Kong drinks from collected rainwater trapped in rock.
He wipes his hands on bark, clearing scent and residue. Well fed, Kong shifts position again, refusing to settle. Survival secured for now, Kong remains alert to threats beyond the trees.
Above the turmoil, seabirds dive aggressively, their sudden drops marking movement beneath the surface.
Paddling against the strong current, the green sea turtle approaches the feeding zone. Deep below, the massive shadows of great whites signal danger. Ignoring the turtle, the shark commits to speed, choosing fast-moving prey that offers higher energy return.
Flying fish burst from the water in scattered arcs, driven upward by the predator's rising pressure. Bull shark breaches through the center of the mass, water and bodies exploding outward in raw survival chaos.
As the surface collapses again, smaller fish scatter wide, leaving the feeding zone fractured and unstable.
The shark drops back into depth, dominant and methodical, resetting for the next hunt within the disturbed ecosystem.
Low and silent, the shark glides past without striking, compressing the water around Kong's position.
A fast pass cuts close, water slamming hard without contact as both test timing.
High above the shoreline, Kong remains motionless, watching the ocean without signaling intent.
Below, The giant shark tears through the water alone, driving turbulence across the open zone.
Hoang does not react, holding elevation as waves collapse and reform beneath him.
From above, Kong studies movement, letting distance reveal behavior. Foam and spray erupt as the shark dominates the area through raw motion. Kong shifts slightly to maintain vantage, never committing to engagement. The ocean churns violently, pressure spreading outward from the predator's path.
Still separate, both occupy the same space without crossing lines.
Height holds control, depth holds chaos, and neither breaks the boundary. Leaving the cliffs behind, Kong moves inland, choosing a new ground to secure survival. He crosses dry forest paths calmly, scanning ahead before every step.
Kong pulls fruit from a heavy branch, feeding without urgency, strength held in control.
Nearby trees bend as he moves through, the forest adjusting around his presence.
He stops to drink from collected rainwater, lifting his head only after checking the surroundings.
With food secured, Kong continues forward, never settling in one place for long. From higher terrain, he surveys the land now under his watch.
No rivals challenge him here, only wind and distant ocean noise.
Kong rests briefly, conserving energy without lowering awareness.
The forest quiets as he rises again, dominance carried through movement alone. Each step forward confirms control earned through patience, not constant force. Behind him, the island settles into a steady rhythm.
Kong stands tall at the edge of the canopy, guardian of both land and coast.
The leader moves on, leaving silence and order in his wake.